In this tutorial, we want to look at how to use the path tool in Gimp. I'm using Gimp 2.10.20. So for you, when you click it, you see that this dialog box opens, and then for you to start drawing, you have to make sure that you have the edit mode, you have design selected, and then you can just click and then click. If you click like this, you get to the next one and you click and click. But if you want something like to get something like a curved something, when you click, you have to press on the left mouse side or left mouse, and then you drag it. As you drag the handle or you pull the handle, you can adjust how you want the next step to be, or the curve, whether you want it to be a curve or something. And then as you pull it, you see as I pull it, or you can make it shorter, and I can come here and then you can also adjust it this way. Now if you are satisfied with what you have, you can go to the next stage, or if the next stage as well you want to pull, then as the thing is, you click and then you don't remove your hand from the mouse, so you maintain your hand pressing it and then you drag so that you get handles. So the handles are what you are going to adjust to get the shape that you want here. So let's say you keep doing it and then you realize that I want to remove this node here. All you can do is to go to Shift Control and then you press it and then you remove it. Shift Control and then you can remove a curve. Now let's say you continue drawing your thing and then you want to close it up here. Well, then you can go to Control and then you can come and click here and then it closes it. Or if you don't go to Control, you can also do it in this panel here by just going to Edit. You see Control is here. You can just go to Edit and do the same thing, or press Control on your keyboard and do the same thing. In case you want to move this, you can either press here move and then you can move it, or if this is here, you can press the Alt key as is indicated here and then you can move it as well. Now let's try to, for example, if we look at this image here, let's say I want to draw something around this and then remove it more or less. What I will do is that maybe let me just hide this background here just for it not to disturb us for now. And then let's come here and then I start clicking. So I click somewhere here. You see when I clicked, nothing came because I'm in Edit. To go to Design and then you click here, you click and then you extend. You can also stretch in case you want it to be curvy, and then you can go around whatever you want to select. For this, you can also after everything you can also adjust it going to the Edit. For example, if I click somewhere here and I want to adjust it, I can use my this thing to adjust it a bit, and then you can go on. If for example I want to remove this node here, I just go to Shift Control and then I press and I remove. Now you can be clicking around and then if you click, you can shift this to adjust it. So I just to indicate how you can use it. It acts more or less. It's similar to we've looked at some selection tools. If you look at some of my videos, I have selection tools. Okay, let's do, for example, if I want to close it, I just come here and then I press this and I close it. Now you can be in Edit and then you can adjust these nodes. If you think you want to adjust something, you can come in here and adjust it. For example, I see that this was not joined, so what I can do is that I can press edit, and then maybe here I'm in this node and I close it like this. I mean, this will not turn out very well because I did not really take my time to do it. One thing is for you to know is that whichever node you are on, when you are on the node, it's indicated by a square. So let's see here, if I come here, this shows that this is the current node that I'm on and I'm working on. Now let's say I've selected, imagine I drew this very well, it's not, but you've selected this, and then for you to be able to select this, is just you've drawn something around, but it's not selected yet. To select is go to select from path, and then now you see this thing moving around like this, then it's selected. So let's say I want to, maybe with this selected, what I want to do is that I want to put a layer mask here and cut the rest off. So I can go to right click it and do something like add layer mask, and then I choose selection, and then maybe I do add, and now you see it cuts everything and left me what I selected. In case, for example, let me go back here, I'll put this on. In case I'm here on this one here, I can fill a selection as well. If I come to fill path, if this one, for example, I'm on the background and I go to fill path, I can fill it with a solid color. For example, it fills it with a the foreground color. So if I choose solid color and I press fill, you see that it filled it with the background color here. Now you can also, let's change our background color now, our foreground, not background, sorry, our foreground color. I fill this with a foreground color. Now let's change the foreground color again to something like red, or I change it to maybe yellow. I do okay. Now I want to do a stroke. In case I want to give it a stroke, I press this, and then you can choose in other forms, like if you want a solid color, so fill it with the foreground color. If you want a pattern, you can also change or adjust the width of the stroke. And then if in case you don't want this and you want it to draw with some brushes, you can choose this option and come here and choose whichever brush you want, paint tool you want to use. But I would just draw with a stroke. I've chosen 17, or you can choose whatever you like, just to demonstrate how it works. And then when you do, you see I have my stroke there. Now another thing I need to tell you is that, look, you can I'm now in the layer. You can always go to the path here and see the paths that you have in your diagram. So it indicates that I have this. If I want to make it visible, I press this, and I don't know whether you can see some red thing going around there. Let's see. You see this red line that goes here, that is indicating the path more or less. I can also try to change totally so you can see it more or less. So this is how you can use the path tool more or less. You can use it. I mean, this one I did here, it was not neatly done, but it's just to show you how you can use it to do certain for example, cut something, remove the background of something, draw something and fill it. It's more or less like similar to some of the tools that we have here, like the free select tool, the scissors tool, the foreground select tool. Thank you for watching. If this helped you in any way, please give me a like, and also please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, help me by subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Bye.